Hey y'all, what's going on? It's me. I'm back again. You see the stuff in the background, all the stuff on the bench is in the process of me getting some stuff. Some of the stuff's just kind of basic, so I'm not going to really put a tape in it and stuff. I had to replace speaker in a Cobra 29. Also had to do one in a Cobra 148. Those set up. Of course, the 29 is a larger speaker. It is a 4-inch, is in comparison to the 148s or the Grants and such. I think maybe the Grant has a large one. I'm trying to remember, but I haven't had a Grant in quite a while. But the old school ones, the exports. But in regard, yeah, doing this. Excuse me, putting up a little power supply set up here and doing some USB, because all this stuff up here isn't really needed. I'm going to move this stuff over since this is a dedicated power supply for the ICOM. I'm not going to share this 50 amp when I can just use this and pull everything off of the ICOM, just in case some crazy radio has a bad issue and ends up, back feeding in. Even though I got fuses, I still don't want to blow them. But this will also give me meters on this power supplies, LED drivers. Usually these are used for in a lot of digital signage and a lot of different other products. But yeah, we can use that here. I'll go ahead and hardwire it in there. And yeah, I'm going through slowly, using a ton of Velcro. Love doing that. Make nice loops. And this is the power supply I'm going to use for my driver. I'm not even going to do anything else with it. I'm just going to go ahead and plug that in so I can have LEDs and clean up some plugs and just move this stuff over and put the ICOM there and clean it up. I'm kind of stacked up and got a window here I can't really look out. I like to label all my cords, and I like to use those right angles. I'm going through the process of doing that fun stuff. And yeah, just playing around in the background with the DX70 here. Still got to get that up to do a recap, I believe. It's 96, hasn't been done. And anything else that may or may not need to be done, and that go through that. I don't think I even pulled the covers off that before. So maybe we'll do that in another video. But yeah, I got some Velcro all my wires, clean everything up behind the bench, make this bench actually a lot better for me and also for y'all. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do some fun stuff, and I'll do a recap after I get everything done. But yeah, always time to tear the bench down once you set it up again. You want to change some stuff around again, so you gotta stop production of repairs and stuff. And I'm gonna probably get those repaired real quick and keep cleaning up here. But yeah, I want to try and keep this always clean and a lot cumbersome. Get all these wires Velcroed up, cleaned, put away nicely, have everything nice the way it should be, because it just makes everything easier for troubleshooting and just cleanliness sake in a bench. So I'll be back once I get all this somewhat wrapped into a pretty little bow. Well, I'm into this 50 amp power supply. This is a knockoff. It is not. It's not a Meanwell. This is actually right there. No brand name, not the Meanwell, but it's similar to a lot of these that you'll get. Hopefully that they have this in here. But sometimes you'll get a, your power on this is gone, and you got a power LED in the corner here and your voltage trim pot. But yeah, right here is a fuse, and that is just a regular fuse, and it is soldered in place. It doesn't have the clip where you can easily replace it, but yeah, you could easily see if it's good or bad. So a lot of people, if they blow these power supplies up, they just throw them in the trash. But check that real quick. If you're not getting power, that could be it right there. And this, of course, is the fan temperature there. It's 45 Celsius when that kicks this fan on. I've never actually had this fan on. I've never had it under heavy load, really. 35 amps is most I've ever used, and this I actually did use on my ICOM before I got that 50 amp, which has meters built in. So that's why I'm getting rid of this and moving that over to this one here. But yeah, just to let you know, check that real quick. You may have a good power supply still and just pop that fuse. So take the cover off and take a look and see you got it, and see if it's blown or not. Well, I'm back a little bit. You see more stuff on the bench as I take stuff away. I'm still in the process of cleaning stuff up, but I'm going to get organized, and I'm going to do my damnedest to do some quality production in the future. I've been scratching my head on a ton of 40-plus-year-old radios, and I'm down to diode level, trying to get some old relics back to working. But those videos aren't ready yet, but I've been wasting my time, and I've been just seeing my clutter just accumulate. And so it did accumulate a little bit better, but I just want to let you know, yeah, I got to get some speakers soldered up. I haven't even wanted to turn on the soldering iron quite some time, just scratching my head on a lot of stuff and getting my channel in order. But these older radios that I'm dealing with all have the same problem. So what I'm doing is documenting everything, and I'm going to put that to the side for a little bit and try and get some production value out here on the channel for y'all, and I do appreciate it. And I just found this. I kicked everything off the bench. I got a little frustrated with how much clutter ended up on the bench because I was working on 4 radios at once, trying to diagnose the problems between the 4 of them. All the same issues. But it can be troublesome doing that too, because it could be different components that are failing. But I got a ton of radios that need recaps, and I'll just show you just a couple previews that are coming up on the channel soon, so I do apologize on that. I'll fire this up. We'll see what our... Actually, let's do that because it may take a second. This is so super cool. Segment display, Arduino board, power, and tells you how to upload the code, and you can get a live subscriber count, and you can update this a little bit. I haven't played with the code a little bit. Guys gave me some good insights over there at Hack Make Mod. I'll put a link in the channel down below, but they have an awesome tutorial on how to build one of these. And of course I had to add on to this display. But yeah, man, if you've done anything with computers, sorry if I was off the mic for a second. I said I was going to do better production, but I'm in the process, believe me. So what I'm going to do is find a USB cord, which I thought I had super handy, but yeah, I don't, because man, I tell you, when you move something real quick, and I'm scouting around, I know it's here really quickly. Hang on one second, I apologize. I'm going to try not to edit this so I can get this done quick and out on the channel for a Friday, maybe Saturday. But yeah, right now it is Friday at like 4:11 in the afternoon. Sometimes these videos take forever to process on my crappy computer stuff. Hey, if you guys got some suggestions of good editing hardware, what's your computer setup? If I know a lot of guys that watch me do their own channels, and I love each and every one of you. I just want to make my stuff better and presentable, but man, sometimes I get stressed out as some of my equipment just completely gets to 75% processing, and I try and do a 4K video. So if I don't know if y'all notice the difference or not. If not, I can put it up at 720. It'll probably take a lot less time, and probably that computer won't overheat. Yeah, I have a 1 gig video card, but the guy gave it to me. He's like, man, this is a gaming machine. I had a monster video card, and I finally look at the specs after running some of these videos through it, and it wasn't doing the performance I thought it would, but it was free to me and given to me. So if you do have suggestions, go ahead, throw comments down below on your suggestions. Also the email, erictechstuffs@gmail.com, if I can remember to edit properly. Also, I'm trying to get better at not having to edit so much and babble, so I don't have to sit there and do production. because I'd love to get back to doing this fun stuff, but I got a ton of radios coming up that have to get a recap, and I'll let you look at those as I find a USB cable to power this up. I have everything just everywhere, so give me just a second. Maybe I'll put some fun music right now. Well, this is the reason I'm redoing the shop. It took me forever to find a USB cable to get this thing working. Let me go ahead and fire this up, make sure I got this working. I'll go over to the USB cap kits, or I'm sorry, the cap kits, the electrolytic cap kits I got on radios coming down on the channel in the future. Let me go ahead and just fire this up real quick and see if I didn't screw this up. I'm just testing things as I'm going along here. This is the hum and drum of having a bench. You set it up once and then you want to change it. As soon as you set it up, you look at things and you're like, oh man, I gotta do this over here, move this, and you know, you just kind of stay with it because it took a long time to do it the first time because you got to stop doing everything. But go ahead and fire this up. Sorry. Oh, it is. Yeah, it will load up. Good. It's loading. Anyway, I'm going to talk about these cap kits. So yeah, I got President Grant. It's the PC99 export. I got one of them coming down. I got the Cobra 148 GTL old school version. Got that coming down. Galaxy 88s. I got one of them. I think I got another 88. No, I got two of those. And they use the EPT board. They also are 88s or 66Vs. And these are going to be for 88s. Cobra 2000. I actually found the Cobra 2000. I'm going through my storage unit, having to move stuff around, and yeah, I have a Cobra 2000, 2 speakers and everything. I got to unbox it. It's been a long time. We got the well, this is also for the Superstar 3900 or the Connex 4800, which I did show on the channel before. So I got a couple of those because I got a couple of those types of radios, and got the new version of a with that board as well. A lot of boards, a lot of different stuff here. And we got of course we got a President or a Lincoln V1, yes. And President Jackson, we're going to do that too. 148F, yeah, gonna do those too. Got a lot of stuff fun on the channel. I'm gonna do a lot of fast speeding through them, but I'll do my best to record stuff. But yeah, Eric Techstuffs is powered up. 304 subscribers. Thank you so much. My goodness, a lot of views. I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Still got to put the soldering gun on. I was starting to lose a little bit of patience with a couple of radios I had. They were 40 plus years old. But yeah, I need to replace cap kits in a lot of these. And I'll just go over real quick. Here it is inside. You see the little cans. What's inside them? Well, there it is. So you got paper, and you have a aluminum oxide layer and a positive plate. And we have what we're always worried about is our electrolyte. And we want to make sure we have our dielectric and all of this in good order. A lot of the radios I work on are mobile radios, so they do dry out. They're in very high conditions. Of course, you also have to understand a lot of the radios we work on are very old. A lot of guys don't even work on this stuff. I do it just because it's kind of fun, pittering around doing this stuff. And I got sucked into a bunch of radios, and now they're fighting me. A lot of guys just only service and sell new equipment and only work on the stuff they sell. I understand why you're down to some component levels and stuff, but yeah, you also have to understand a lot of these radios, and I do as well. Like the Ranger series, they are from 1986 or so, 84, 86. I don't think any more than 88, 89, 88 I think is where it dropped off. 1986, I remember it. I do remember it. I was just like kind of yesterday. That's 35 years ago. Yeah. Mobile radios don't like heat. A lot of these mobile radios, which is the majority, because everything kind of went mobile, and they didn't make a nice base station for quite some time. Not going to knock any brands or anything like that, just saying there's a lot of capacitors that have dried out in these radios being used, or even worse, not used. If you don't keep the charge on these and power them up and use them, yeah, you're gonna lose them. I ended up with a ton of these just in some of those conditions. A lot of good, pretty on the outside, very, very pretty. It doesn't mean anything. Can't judge a book by its cover, just like they say. So, but inside the covers, when you pop off these covers, you'll realize that, yeah, they're all electrolytic capacitors have been sitting around either getting used or not used, and even worse, if they haven't been used, that they will dry out. So we will lose our capacitance, which will change a whole bunch of things. So, yeah, you need to do cap kits. Radio's 1996. I remember it like yesterday. I was bumping and grinding like a lot of y'all. And that's 25 years ago. 25 years. It blows me away every day when I calculate how old I am. I don't even know it. I think I'm 23 still. No, I'm an old man with the gray in the beard and a little bit more knowledge here. So we're going to go ahead and continue to learn. I'm not a super expert, and I just want you to know that. But I'm going to put these cap kits in all these radios, so these will be coming up in the very near future. Every one of these is a radio needing a cap kit, and yours does as well. If you're having issues getting weird things that just started to not happen, you got a radio past 96. I mean, 2000 is 21 years ago. And they're not using the best capacitors when they're putting these radios out. They are not using golds. They're not doing anything minus giving you a radio. And even then, when you get it from the factory, you know a lot of guys do it. They pull the videos out of the box, out of the factory, and whoa, boy, on the scope, which I gotta get set up over there too. I am so pissed off I'm not using the CMU 200 properly, my oscilloscope, all the equipment, GPS, I got it all. It's been it's just, I need to clear some stuff out, organize, and start popping radios out one by one and concentrating. So yeah, I gotta get this speaker put to this radio. This is a Cobra 29 LTD. It's like a 96 Taiwan. I'm going to turn this into a hot rod, throw FM board into it, do some fun stuff with this. Just make it completely comp, just crazy AM, FM, and do, VFO, cap, do the whole VFO, just the full bells and whistles on this one. I've never had an AM radio in my life. This is actually the only type FCC radio I've ever owned, I think, minus my Maxon walkie-talkie way back in the day. I used a base radio antenna for. But yeah, step to the big boys real quick and then never looked back. Always wanted the multi-modes, always got the multi-modes. Never, kind of skipped over the Cobra 148s and all those. Loved them. Never had a problem with them. Wish I would have bought a couple more. Now all this stuff is so expensive on eBay, but guess what? You're going to end up doing a whole bunch of work. So when you buy these old radios, that's great. You're going to put work into them. That's just the way it is. That's the way that marketplace is turned into, and that's fine and all. Just know what you're getting. But you're going to put some work into these old radios. They aren't going to be the fire up and ready to go, because there's probably been 400 screwdrivers inside there pulling coils apart and stuff. But in any regard, I just want to say we're going to get some stuff up on the channel. That's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to start doing just recaps on the radios that I have that are working. The old school President Jackson blackface. The rare President Grant blackface as well. That's coming up. Beautiful radios, awesome sideband. And yeah, we got to do a cap kit and keep those still alive, because yeah, I got some other radios that they let them run out, like all the Rangers and all those old ass radios. Don't power them up when you get them. Pop the covers, look underneath them, see what you got, then go from there, because you're going to see that maybe you're going to blow that radio as soon as you power it up. Save the radios, because you're going to be dealing with component level stuff. Replace the caps. It's needed. Just think about your radio needing some water. It puts in the work for you, and especially if you're using vehicles, mobile, and all of that, in hot conditions, capacitor lives, electrolytic capacitor lives dramatically drop. So, all radios, I mean, 2000 is 21 years ago, so that's jumped up, that we're now replacing radios that were even new old stock radios that you get. I have a new old stock 2510. I got to pull that out of the box. It's packed, brand new, in the box. One of the last of the ones, but it's going to need a capacitor change automatically. It's been sitting and never been powered up. I'm not going to fry that CPU. You can't find them anymore. So, yeah, to keep your radios alive, you have to do some capacitor kits. So this will come up on the channel. Sorry to babble a lot, but throwing a video up. Got the DX70 just playing in the background. I put that video up, and that was a video I put way back when, and just found it and pushed it out there, because you're seeing this now on the channel. Because I'm playing around with this. I'm going to have to do a cap upgrade on that. That's 1996. And every other mod we can do to that, we're going to do that as well. I've never popped the covers off it, so it'll be kind of fun to see what's inside the old school DX70 right there. It's the T. H stands for the 100 watts on 6 meters. But any regard, we're going to go ahead and play around, get some stuff cleaned up here. I got knobs for all this. Get a 148 done right. Get a Cobra done right. Get this bench set up right. Find some USB cables. Get all this junk. Just kind of temporarily set up. But thank you all again for subscribing. And I'll be back in the future with better videos. Thank you again. 73.